Good morning, guys. We've got multiple flash flood warnings in effect as some heavy rain and lightning is rolling across the Ozarks. We have one warning that does include Springfield until 12:30, where flash flooding is occurring right now. We've got another warning going until 10 o'clock this morning for Jasper and Newton counties. This warning for Monette, Mount Vernon includes places like Barry and Lawrence, and Newton counties goes until 11:30. All of these places have gotten up to 2 inches of rain very quickly. This one that includes Barry and Stone counties. I'm having the newsroom look up some reports. There is a report of a vehicle that has been taken away by floodwaters in Stone County. Responders are on scene there, so we'll give you updates on that. Also reports of Roaring River State Park flooded this morning, so please be careful out there. Many rural roads especially are covered this morning. Flash flooding is occurring in multiple spots. Check the radar before you go anywhere. Temperatures are in the low to middle 60s out there this morning, warming into the 70s by this afternoon, 70 degrees with a severe threat. Flash flood watches are in effect. We've got that severe risk as well. Healthiest to the south and east. That's where we'll find the healthiest tornado threat there. You can see in the yellow, otherwise golf ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and a flood threat. This will be in a time frame from about 2 to maybe 9 or 10 o'clock by late this afternoon and evening. Again, the healthiest chance will be to the south and east, where some supercells could start up, and then we'll have temperatures cool on the overnight. Joe, Lauren.
We've got a quick update on what Missouri's numbers are for the coronavirus. 9 people tested positive for it yesterday. That includes the first 2 confirmed cases in Christian County, which brings the state's total number to 24. 1 person has died as well. That happened in Boone County yesterday.
Seniors and people with disabilities now have a new option to avoid the same grocery lines during this pandemic. Nigel McDonald is live in Springfield to show us how one company is taking steps to accommodate those who are most vulnerable. Nigel, good morning.
Well, good morning, Lauren. Dollar General announced on Tuesday that it's dedicating its first hour of operation for those senior customers and other considered at-risk customers. Now, they are encouraging shoppers to reserve this first hour of operation for those customers. A spokesperson for Dollar General says while the change isn't mandatory, they are encouraging those who can wait at least 1 hour before coming to shop to do so. Signage has been placed on doors to remind customers of the change. There are also purchase limits on certain items. Stores will also close 1 hour earlier to allow employees to clean and restock store shelves. Shopper Debbie Skurlock says she thinks the changes will really help.
With their guidelines saying, we should avoid crowds and stay home, but when you have to come every day trying to find products you need, it helps a lot. It's beneficial.
Well, since that announcement, other retail stores have also announced that they are working on efforts to help accommodate senior customers and customers with disabilities. Some of those stores include Target and Hy-Vee. Reporting live in Springfield, Nigel McDonald, Ozarks First.
All right, we take a look around the region now. More COVID-19 drive-through clinics are opening up in northwest Arkansas as multiple treatment sites are in Siloam Springs, Rogers, and Prairie Grove. Patients with fever, cough, and shortness of breath are recommended to call and make an appointment to get screened. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Gary Berner says the outdoor sites will help keep patients and staff inside the clinics a little bit safer.
What we're trying to do is have, kind of multiple layers of triage, so that we can then help to get higher risk patients to these outdoor testing sites, and then do our best not to have patients come into our routine medical clinics and then, accidentally have an exposure there in our clinic.
The community clinic is testing based on current CDC screening and testing guidelines.
The Arkansas Department of Human Services is helping child care centers stay open. Governor Asa Hutchinson announced 800 daycare facilities closed in Arkansas, but 1,200 that are still operating. DHS Director Cindy Gillespie said yesterday they will reimburse $10 every day for babies and toddlers, $7 for preschoolers, and $5 for other kids. So if you have kids on a daycare voucher, they will suspend renewal for 30 days so no one will lose access. DHS will also allow daycares to have more kids in the same room and will be able to mix children ages 5 to 12.
What we would like them to do is hire other workers from the daycares that are closed, but if they need to do a background check We can do expedited background checks. If they will visit one of 17 sites where we have live scans, we can do a background check in the same day.
We wondered if we were making things worse by staying open. But then after hearing what was said today, now I feel good.
We asked about safety concerns about caring for more kids. They said they are confident employees will keep things under control.
All right, we've talked about people hoarding toilet paper, but in St. Louis now there's an issue with that regarding gun ammunition. Bullets coming off the shelves across the St. Louis metro area, as you see a lot of empty shelves in those gun stores. Two owners there of G5 Security in North St. Louis County showed us this. St. Louis gun store owners say the demand for ammunition has gone up since the coronavirus outbreak started impacting Americans. They say sales have increased by 300% nationwide. Some stores even limiting ammunition purchases now to just 2 boxes.
The coronavirus has also broken into Congress. 2 members, Representatives Mario Diaz-Balart, as well as Florida Republican and Ben McAdams, who's a Democrat from Utah, have both tested positive for this disease. The first man is the first congressional member to become ill with the coronavirus. A physician is working with Congress members who may have been exposed to the virus between the 2 men.
And in Georgia, health officials are asking the entire state legislature to self-quarantine for 2 weeks after a state senator has tested positive for coronavirus. It's not just the lawmakers, though. It's all of their staff members as well. According to a statement from the Georgia House, the senator who has been diagnosed has been identified as Brandon Beach. The state's lieutenant governor is also in self-quarantine for the time being due to Beach's diagnosis.
Hundreds of beaches in Florida remain open, meanwhile, despite a growing number of people infected with and dying from the coronavirus. This after the governor chose not to issue an order to close them. The president stepping in and asking young people to reconsider their routines. Some got the message, but others insist spring break is spring break. Some communities are taking matters into their own hands. Across South Florida, stores are shut, restaurants empty, in an effort to promote social distancing and curb the spread of the virus.
Gotta emphasize the social distancing, right?
That is what we're doing.
Now.
Yes.
Good example, right?
Yeah, we're told your wingspan, pretty much, if you both put your arms out.
And hey, at least it's an opportunity to show off the cool studio.
Yes, it's also that
Can we keep
too.
some of these really wide shots after this is all over? I like them.
All right.
Not bad, right?
Yeah, we have a couple things trending right now. Oprah Winfrey, did you guys see this on Twitter? People were coming after her saying that she was accused of child trafficking.
Child trafficking, and there was a rumor yesterday that she was in jail for it, and she has since tweeted out that is completely untrue. She has a history of friendship with Harvey Weinstein, so a lot of this spawned from that. A lot of people digging up old pictures.
She says she's at home, self-distancing like the rest of the world, sanitizing.
Right.
And then another trend, quickly, some light literally spreading around. Mainly it started in New York. People are putting their Christmas lights back up.
This is nice.
I did see this.
Yeah, I think I've talked about that with each of you guys at this point. It's nice. You put up the Christmas lights just to get some people in better moods, right?
Or an excuse for the people who never took them down.
That too. I love the way you're thinking with that. That's very nice. All right, Elisa, busy day today to watch out for, right? Good day for the Color 10 weather app.
Yeah, we're starting out with some flash flooding this morning. Please keep that in mind. A healthy or severe threat by this afternoon and evening, so stay weather aware with us. Jamie, Beth, and I will be on top of that.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for starting your Thursday off with us here on Daybreak.